Hello, beautiful souls. Happy Sunday. Hey, and for those of us in the United States, it's a long weekend. Tomorrow is Memorial Day. So I hope you're having a great weekend. I just want to talk to you about a little bit of things that have gone on for me over the last couple weeks. So this is going to be another episode of the Muse Sessions. Mostly the Muse Sessions is when I read you some of my poetry. But today I'm going to read you something that I wrote and I want to share with you. And it's about finding my mojo, or finding your mojo. The re-emergence of a sacred rebel. All right, so I just got back from teaching a long weekend, 3 days of dance at a festival in Florida called Shimmy in the Swamp, put on by the most fabulous Misha Kane Nell. And a lot of my dancers were there from around the world. A lot of my professional troupe, the Global Caravan, as well as many dancers. We had sold out shows of 62 dancers, sold out workshops, I should say. And it was spectacular. It was spectacular. And I was asked to come and teach because people wanted to see the Mama P. After I have innovated this particular style 30 years ago, traveled around the world and taught, performed a million times, and loved it. But I wanted to take a break, take a step away. And I wasn't sure if I was retiring or semi-retiring. I've been teaching dance classes here where I live in Palm Springs now, since I've been here. But I wasn't performing. I did one performance while I've been here solo, which is also not my thing. But, sometimes you just don't know where you are with your art. Sometimes you need to step back and take a break. Sometimes you want to reevaluate what's next. And that's what I talk to you all about all the time, is about stepping into your next chapter, how to create change, how to go with the flow, how to honor yourself. So re-emergence of a sacred rebel. And I call myself a sacred rebel because I've always been the one who has to do it all, the one who has to find her own path. Not that there's anything wrong with that. And but stepping into more of my spirituality, my connectedness as a woman, as a feminine divine, as a goddess, connecting with my spirituality, with the earth, with the goddess, with the God, with the universe, wherever that is for me. So lots of thinking, lots of reevaluating. All right, so for close to 30 years, my life was a whirlwind of movement. I was teaching anywhere from 8 to 12 to 20 classes a week, managing 3 performing groups, and I was on stage constantly. I was molten, a creative conduit for the dance spirit. But as I moved forward, my goals and visions began to shift. I found myself choosing to semi-retire from the grueling touring schedule for personal reasons, letting my certified master teachers carry the torch around the globe, which I am so proud of. I am so proud of all of them, all of my dancers, all the different levels of certification that I offer dancers, to certified teachers, to certified master teachers, to certified leaders. I couldn't be more proud to see them step into their power, their divinity, their creativity, and carry on the legacy of this style, Global Caravan Tribal Belly Dance. For a while, I thought the magic of in-person teaching might be behind me. I embraced online classes and was stunned by the success of connecting with women globally through a screen like this, like right now. I even found a new profound freedom in dancing alone. Because I do love to dance. I love to dance, and I also love to teach. Acknowledging my own feminine body, feeling the ancient intuitive moves of global caravan, tribal belly dance purely for my own sensuality and well-being. It was a full circle moment that took 25 years to realize the dance doesn't always need to be shared to be powerful. How many of you know what I mean by that? It doesn't always need to be shared to be powerful. I love that. So think about this. Getting older isn't a retreat, it's an evolution. I've watched my body change, embracing my gray hair and the wrinkles of a life well lived. My focus shifted from the stage gluttony of my younger years to the deeper soul work of teaching and lifestyle coaching. I began guiding women through the passages of time, maiden, mother, and crone, using movement as the tool for healing and self-love. All kinds of movement. I also teach yoga and teach dance as a ritual. Movement. But recently, something shifted again. I felt a familiar hum in my bones. I started teaching locally since I moved to Palm Springs, spreading the love of dancing in a circle of studios in different places in Palm Desert and Palm Springs. I found a beautiful new dance space with wood floors and light that just made my heart sing. And then I kept moving locations. I had a booking for a workshop in Wichita this last summer while I was cross-country traveling, and I loved it. I was getting my mojo back. My teaching workshop mojo. It wasn't about returning to the frantic pace of the 90s or the 80s, but about stepping out with intention. I am a sacred rebel, a movement motivator, a leader of feminine celebration. I find my path, my superpowers, my reason. Coming out of that quiet, semi-retired phase has felt like a re-emergence into the more authentic version of my creative self. Juices flowing. Reasons for being here. Creating. I am still here, dancing, still learning. Whether it's through my Hips and Bits podcast, my writing classes, standing in a circle of women in person, which I do here in town, as well as online. The passion is on fire. I'd love to know if you've felt that or are desiring to feel that. I invite you to look at your own life stories. Is there a passion you've tucked away, thinking its time has passed? As we've gotten older, we think those things sometimes, right? Remember, you are the creatrix of your own life. You can change your story at any age. That's why I always talk about rewriting your story, creating the next chapter. So don't be afraid to move, to shake it out, and to step into your power once more. Because the world needs what you have to create. So let's move forward together, hand to hand, hip to hip, heart to heart. And so I ask you this, is it time for you to step into your next chapter? If this story resonates with you and you feel that familiar hum of re-emergence in your bones, I invite you into a supportive space designed for this exact moment. My next chapter, Women's Circle and Mastermind, is starting June 2nd. It's a 3-month virtual journey. Yes, it's online, starting in a week and a half, right? This soulful program is a compassionate roadmap to help you rewrite your story, restore your well-being, and step into a life that feels abundant and alive. You can snap into it and you can step into it. So, again, we begin this 12-week journey on June 2nd. And if you're curious if this is a good place for you to be, then book that call with me, that free strategy call, 30-minute free phone call or Zoom call, to see what is next for you so that I can help you as your coach. But there's nothing like being in a group of women who are on the verge of creating the next chapter, who are desiring to make a change, to feel that spark inside, to re-emerge, and to check into your own rebel self. So you can fly your freak flag, do the things you've been wanting to do, make some changes, learn how to make those changes with ease, with fruition, with abundance, and how to manifest. How to manifest what's next. I'm so excited about this coming up. I'm so excited about my next chapter. When that spark comes alive. When there's new dreams to be made, to be had, to see, to envision the possibilities, to be a possibilitarian. That's what I'm talking about. And let the muse come through you. All right, my loves. Thank you for listening. Let me know what you think. If this sparks something in you, maybe you'll want to join my next gathering. But in the meantime, I'm just glad you're here. Glad you're here on this beautiful journey. All right. Take good care.